social entrepreneurship. We are creating a generation of people who are going to have a variety of different issues. There are people who will go through anxiety, who will go through depression, who will go through stress, who will go through all sorts of issues as they are going on. And right now when I say people, I'm only talking adults. I am thinking about setting up an organization, providing this cure, providing people an environment where they can take care of and get their mental health, stress, anxiety, depression handled. Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Truth Shots with Kapil. Today I'm going to talk about the longer term implications of what is going on in our country right now. Actually, what is going on across the world right now. While we are seeing deaths, while we are seeing people succumbing to COVID-19, and while that is sad and while that is frightening, that's not what worries me the most these days. What is worrying me the most these days is the longer term implications of what is going on. I hope you realize there are people who haven't gotten out in the last 14-15 months. There are people who haven't met their friends during this time. There are people who would have lost all sorts of their social skills during this time. There are people who will go through anxiety, who will go through depression, who will go through stress, who will go through all sorts of issues as they are going on. And right now when I say people, I'm only talking adults. The bigger implication of this would also be on kids. Kids who haven't seen their schools for the last 15 months. While I understand there is online education, but let's be real, let's be true. Let's talk to the educators, let's talk to the kids, let's talk to the academicians. Online education is really not enough to provide the learning that is required. And learning is not really about learning. Learning is about overall personality development. Do you really think a 7-year-old, 8-year-old, 10-year-old, 12-year-old is going to structure himself and get a on-ground overall personality development while studying in a place where he is in front of a computer or in front of a tablet or in front of a mobile all day? I don't think so. So I think we are creating a generation of people who are going to have a variety of different issues. Now, in the previous episodes, when I was talking about COVID, I had talked about ways on how to prevent it, where I had talked about the fact that schools need to open, but that's not what I'm discussing right now. While I would love to be somebody who can provide ideas and who can be part of prevention, but right now, it looks like we all need to think about cure. We already know this is happening. We already know this will continue to happen at least for a little while more. And if things go worse, maybe for a longer term. But we need to start thinking about how will we cure it. In that sense, I am thinking about setting up an organization that does exactly this, providing this cure, providing people an environment where they can take care of and get their mental health, stress, anxiety, depression handled. And I'm not talking about creating an online platform that is going to have a few psychiatrists and a few counseling people and a few medicians and other people as part of the platform and sell their services. While what I'm thinking might do that as well, but I'm more thinking about it in a much broader spectrum. I think when people think about, or when I look at mental health, everybody has a different kind of a frame of how it would reflect or how it can be cured. For some, it may just be sharing what they are going through, and that sharing may even be anonymous. For some, it may be sharing that they do or peer conversation, peer dialogues that they may want to have that can help them resolve that. And in peer dialogue, they don't necessarily need to go to their best friend. It sometimes works much better, and I personally can tell you, it sometimes works much better if I can have that conversation with somebody who is not related to it at all, but could empathize or could actually appreciate what I'm going through. So somebody who is not from my environment, but in a different place has a different kind of, has a similar kind of a structure to what they are doing. It could of course be counseling. It could of course be medicinal or therapies and everything else. I think there is a huge opportunity, both in terms of doing something which is good for humanity, being a philanthropist, but also good in terms of looking at an organization or looking at a profitable venture. Social entrepreneurship, that's what it's called. and I'm thinking I will make a plunge into it. I want to go deep down into what is required to create something like this. I have received, by the way, over the last few days, I have received calls after a Facebook message I had put together earlier in the week. I have received messages from a lot of people who are interested in partnering around it. So I think I would go do that. I wanted to use this opportunity today to talk about this to all of you, to seek your comments and feedback, to see if any of you are interested in coming up and join as a part of the team, join as an advisor, join as somebody who will just on the surface keep looking at and critiquing us, or join as a funder for that matter. We are looking at all such kind of associations. We think this is going to be a ride of a lifetime. Okay, I don't want to call it an amazing opportunity because at the end of the day it is sad what is going on, but I'm sure it will be an amazing ride as we go up that. With that, I will end this episode of Truth Shots with Kapil right here. Please come back, provide your comments. I'm hoping some of you will want to partner, some of you want to collaborate. So looking forward to hearing from you. You can comment on the posts where you see it, or you can just come and DM me or connect with me personally. With that, thank you so much. See you next week. Goodbye.